It's numero and numero phone.
And then we have another
Alessandro?
no, Sandra.
Sandra.
You have to. Because I'm outside Zurich and yeah, I can get lots of people.
Okay, shall we start? Let's start simple. I've met Martin Parr a couple of months ago, and he told me success for me is still doing this after 55 years. So he's very pragmatic, let's say, and I would like to know what's your own definition of success, and I mean, how do you see it during your career?
Well, I started from nothing, so success for me is related to all of a sudden having total independence creatively, economically, to be able to do what I want to do really is for me success, no? So it took me a long time. I was in the fashion business for 42 years, and I loved working all those years in fashion, but comes a time when you have to face it that you're no longer the young, cool photographer, and fashion is about youth. And since I sort of took my retirement from business, I decided to dedicate my time to something that I really like. So maybe this is my biggest treat of success, no? Because I've been able to travel for 7 years doing this project, and before that I was for 8 years doing the Peru project. And I don't know, life brings new opportunities, moments, new ways of seeing life, new ways of living, really, no?
Sure.
And I think, yeah, in relation to what I did in fashion, I feel so privileged because I think I learned a lot that I've applied to this project.
Okay. Something that struck me a lot during these days, I've been lucky enough to attend to some of your interviews, especially right before the press conference the last day. Something that surprised me a lot was a question that several journalists made, which was actually why title the exhibition A Beautiful World when a lot of terrible things are happening around us during these days. And I found it, it got me thinking a bit. And I would like to say sometimes we should look maybe to the beautiful things around us and treasures instead of focusing too much on bad things happening. Because of course that not means that we must close our eyes to the present, of course not, but recognize the beauty around us. It's important, I think, don't you think?
Well, maybe somewhere around the world we forgot to look at the beautiful things, no? I notice if you open the paper and there is something positive, it's probably the 10th page of the paper because nobody's interested.
Exactly.
People are only interested how many people were killed, how many people were bombed, how many people... And yeah, I guess there are moments in life cycles, where this happens. We've had in the past examples of similar things with world wars that really, you think, why are we doing this to ourselves? And the world is already in a difficult place as for us to even destroy it even more and destroy ourselves with it, no?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, in Spanish there is a saying, but I can't remember how it goes exactly, but it's sort of like to negative things, put a bright face. And I don't know, maybe this is a way of saying, look at all of us, we're pretty magical, so why are we so desperately about eliminating.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we are keep focusing on darkest place instead of looking for the light.
I mean, the truth of the matter is that I did not do this project with that in mind. Don't think that I am like a pacifist and bearing the flag of
course.
I just went to this because this is what I want to be looking at. You know, I want to look at where we come from, what are these people doing around the world that believe in other things. You know, we're here in the room that was inspired from religion, so from faith. The idea that, I mean, when you go to India and you see the sadhus and these people that give up everything to their Buddhist monks as such, you know, but they give up everything, even their clothes. They never cut their hair, all to elevate their spirit, no? Mm-hmm. And all the other religions behind me, you know, that I saw the John the Baptist followers in Iraq, in Baghdad, or behind me the Abadala religion in Cuba that comes from Africa. And it's interesting because these are things and people, like things meaning the outfits and the people that are not really being looked at. We forgot them because there's other things that are better, maybe the latest, I don't know, trend in clothes. And it was interesting that a lot of the people say thanks for looking at us because nobody does. And I don't know really, I'm lucky that that's what I like and that it can bring an effect to other people to look at things differently. It would be amazing, no? But yeah, it's just by coincidence that this happens because I did set out to document how through clothes we belong. Because, you know, I've been in fashion for so many years, but I was busy selling clothes rather than looking at things that have no commercial value, are just beautiful for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And also these characters embody a sort of great elegance and dignity. The fact is, when you step into this exhibition, the photography, it seems a paradox actually, because I mean it's a Testino exhibition, but the photography, it's not the protagonist of the exhibition.
You know, when I was in fashion, I learned very early that it is all about the person that is in the photograph, not who took it, not who arranged it, not who lit it, not who anything. No? So for many years, I put in first place whoever the model or the celebrity that was in front of my camera. Funnily enough, in this project, I feel more a photographer than ever because before, when I was in fashion, I used to think I was like a stylist because I did fittings of all the clothes that I photographed. I sat next to the hairdresser, next to the makeup artist, saying, no, that line in the eye should go up, not down, she's looking sad, make more volume on the hair, shorten the length, I don't like that here, you know. So I was so concentrated on what I was going to photograph that the photography side became secondary. Whilst now I don't change anything, I only photograph people as they come. I look for them, I search in the world what interests me, but I don't change their makeup, their clothes, nothing. It's just using the light to make them look the best I can make them look, and it's interesting that I feel like a true photographer all of a sudden.
Yeah. This exhibition actually represents for you a very important turning point, maybe of your career, because I was struck when you said to the press conference, I'm basically, kind of retired from commissioned project. This is my first personal project. I'm very excited. And in a moment you got emotional too, and it touched me a lot. And I mean, I'm happy you broke the ice because I was getting emotional too when you were talking about your people, South America, and people from your country.
I find it very difficult to speak of Peru. I always seem to be over emotional. I don't know if it's because I left it young or because I long going back somewhere that is home. Because you know, that's my home.
Yeah. And talking about your new home now, Italy, it surprised me when Patrick Kimont, who made the induction to your press conference, said that actually the idea of this exhibition was born during a lunch among friends in Noto, Sicily. where you live now, considering also the great effort and support that Barrett Wiseman, also another friend of yours, put in this in the realization of this exhibition, maybe started this project under a roof of friendship, love, and warm feelings. Maybe that's the key, the secret ingredient to the project at the end of the day.
Well, I think that Barrett Wiseman was the first one that came to see me in Noto and said, would you be interested in doing this show in Rome? And that's how the whole project started. I've been doing it for 7 years and I wasn't 100% sure that it was ready, because I think that I still need to do some more, but I thought that it would be good to give us a taste of it, because I think as I carry on doing it, it'll become more obvious how to present it. I mean, I've tried to organize it the way that I organized it to shoot it. I've tried to organize it in the same way for here. So when I get people to help me locally, I have to brief them where to look for the people that I'm looking, what is interesting. Then I go through a casting and all that, no? But yeah, I think I've done 33 countries. There's many more still.
Yeah. So what would it be, your next journey then?
Well, I don't know. I want to do some of Europe, because I've been so concentrated in far away countries. I've done a lot of South Latin America, a lot of Africa, a bit of Asia. And I would like to maybe do some more European for a bit. There's a lot of traditions around that need to be looked at.
A lot of hidden treasure, maybe. Popular culture does not understand.
I mean, it's really weird that I get so excited by finding these things, because for a lot of people, maybe it doesn't mean anything, but I find it quite amazing.
And now the final question. Probably the thing that I love the most about, especially your video presentation, where do I belong? I think that is a very important theme, especially for young generation, and I mean, I feel part of the newest generation right now, and sometimes we get lost so easily. Today there is a big detachment from my era to yours, and right now it feels like it's very difficult to find our identity, not only in work but also in life, day after day. And I would like to ask you, have you found during your 7 years traveling, shooting, where do you belong?
Well, I have to say that something makes me feel that I am a world person, because I feel good everywhere I go. That's the odd thing. But it's interesting what you say, because Adriano Pedrosa, who curated the new Biennale in Venice, the title of his exhibition is Stranieri ovunque, foreigners everywhere, no? And it's true that we are going through a period where it is normal for people today to travel whenever they want to, because airfares are so inexpensive to what they were when I was young. There's Airbnbs everywhere, so everybody's used to moving around. If you cannot find what you're looking for in the country you are, you can just, I'm going to New York, I'm going to, people have that freedom. And it is true that I was advised by my parents when I first left that I would never be English, and I would never be Peruvian again, because I haven't lived there for 45 years, 50 years. And it's true that even though I wanted to be English, I'll never be English, because I'm not. I don't have their culture, I don't think like them, I admire them, but I find it hard to be me. It's true I live in Italy because life has brought me here, but yeah, I feel comfortable ovunque. Everywhere.
Nice. And your dad said an important thing too in the video, which was life sometimes, or most of the times, decides for you.
All the time.
Yeah.
I think, how much can we decide, no? Life is pretty powerful.